It's time for the Dr. Sue Show with your host, nationally recognized parenting expert, Dr. Sue Kornbluth.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Thursday night and I'm here with you-know-who, Lynnie Marks from Lynnie Loves Real Estate, and we are so excited to bring you another amazing and fabulous episode of the Dr. Sue Show tonight, where we talk about real parenting issues in a real way. And tonight's topic is, how can I resolve my anger towards my ex and get my mojo back? I want to welcome Lynnie back to the show. Hey, Lynnie.
Hi, Dr. Sue, and what a great topic. Get your mojo back, and I'm here to talk about how I got my mojo back, live and real on the radio.
And Lynnie, you know what? You got your mojo back so much that you are selling houses left and right, and you know what is so amazing? You're getting calls now from all over the country, right?
It's amazing, and now that you're back from Slovakia, and it's amazing, we're just lighting up the map with everybody calling in, writing in, and talking to us about hot topics that they want to talk about. So I thank the audience forever. Thank you for calling in.
I got to tell you, though, Lynnie, I am totally missing my coffee from Europe. It is so good, strong, and this stuff that we have back here is a little bit weak. Do you agree?
Right, we got to get it strong and hot and balls because we got a hot topic going on today.
That's right, baby. All right. Okay, Lynnie, so I want to ask you an important question here. In the beginning, it must have been very difficult to even comprehend getting your mojo back. What really helped you? I know that you talked to me a little bit about some support groups that you went to.
I think the most important thing for me was going, obviously, for counseling, and we talked about that, and going to women's groups and really being able to express yourself and role play. And I know that you do a lot of online support groups, which to me is amazing. And I guess back then we didn't have online.
Yeah.
We had to do it face-to-face, and it was really great being with other women and really being able to say, okay, here's my situation, my ex is screaming and yelling, and what do I do? And to be able to have women say, okay, here's what I do, and give me helpful hints. And one of them would just say, use those I statements and just walk away, because we have a right to not have to listen to that, and we have to value ourselves.
And I think support groups are great for women and men that are going through this as well, and I know there's some good ones out there, and the one that I have online is wonderful, and people can access that through my website. And because it's a place for people to come together, not just to blame, but to actually get advice to see what's worked. Now, what were some tips, Lynnie, that you were given in these groups that really has worked for you?
One of the biggest things, Dr. Stu, that I remember is, and I relate it to a game of tennis, even though I play golf. I know you're a tennis person, but they used to say, you know what? One of the tips was, if you are being shouted at or spoken to in a way that doesn't feel right for you, don't respond. And I used to say, well, what do you mean? How can you not respond? And it was like, okay, well, if you respond, then the other person, your ex-spouse, then they respond. And you go back and forth with that tennis volley. So that was really helpful to me. And also, one of the biggest things, and I said that before, was using the I statements. I feel this way, I feel that way. As soon as you point to any person, whether it be an ex-spouse, your children, a friend, and you go, you did this, you did that, all of a sudden, the defenses go right up.
I can't believe how in sync we are right now, because I talk about that all the time, about please use I statements. When you use I statements, you're not pointing the finger. When you say you did this, it's pointing the finger and it's saying, I blame you for this. The minute that you say to your ex, I'm blaming you, is the minute the hairs start standing up on the back of their neck, right?
That's absolutely true. And one of the biggest things that I've learned through counseling and all these groups that I've gone to is that you have to identify your feelings, and it's okay, they're your feelings, to own yourself. By saying, I feel sad, I feel upset, or I don't like what you're saying, they're your feelings. Nobody can turn around to you, whether it be an ex-spouse, a current spouse, children, parents, whoever, say, you can't feel that way. Those are your feelings, you own them.
And to be perfectly honest, your ex is not really fighting against you. They are fighting against a situation within themselves that they cannot come to terms with. So don't think of it as they are fighting you. It's really they're fighting themselves. Do you think that's a good way to look at it?
Absolutely. And that's one of the things when we come in contact with anybody, I feel, and I've learned that a lot through counseling, is people come together and their anger that they have in their own lives, that they're projecting that onto yourself. And as you become more empowered and as you grow through all these tools that you have, you begin to empower yourself, and then it's harder for people to knock you down. Right, Dr. Sue?
Absolutely. And you know what I just love that you said? Own it. And you know what else you have to own? You have to own sometimes, Lynnie, when you mess up too. And you get in that tennis volley game and you're engaging in that drama. But once you can say to yourself, hey, I made a mistake here, your mindset goes back to the empowering mode. I bet there were times where you engaged in a drama a little. Come on.
Just a little. But the other thing is, and you really just hit something, and I've recently had an experience where, being in real estate, things happen, maybe about how you fill out an agreement or different things that go on. And you know what? By just saying, hey, listen, I made a mistake, I didn't know this, and I did this. Wow, people's response are, really? You actually said that? And I think that's so important because we are being authentic, and it's okay to say and own something, whatever it